If you missed the previous video, know that our hero Shimura received a severe beating in front of Asami and then dropped out of high school. Ken, with 800,000 followers, engaged his fans in the dilemma of reaching 1 million subscribers. Everyone agreed on the necessity of confronting the owner of the martial arts channel, namely Shimura himself. In the midst of this challenge, Ken grabbed poor Kaneko and severely beat him in front of the camera. But let's go back to the events of the previous day, where Kaneko asks Shimura's mother about her son's hideout. After she revealed to him the depth of her son's love for him, as he was his first friend, Kaneko decided to hide Shimura's information from Ken, bravely refusing betrayal. But that didn't stop Shimura from attending. At the same time, our hero was standing in front of the class, then entered into a heated struggle with Kane, eventually winning with his enormous strength. The two returned to the channel. What will happen after all this? We'll reveal that in today's video. Do not deprive yourself of watching the channel, activate the notifications button, and make this video get 1 like. Let's start now. One quiet evening, Kaneko said, "We need a producer. It can't go on like this. Don't you agree?" "Hey, Pig, are you the one who loves yourself with videos? We need a professional producer." "I work with what I know." At first, we were beginners, but now we have become famous and we have 100,000 people, so I can understand you. The producer is the one who removes any nonsense from unimportant videos, adjusts the editing, and strives to achieve quick transitions in the video. It adds a special touch to the video, doesn't it? Good. But where do we get it from? We'll tour the sites, shall we? Of course, we will search carefully and we will find it here or there. This is normal. But oh, magician, we have the best thing, our followers. We will find someone suitable among them who will open the phone camera and immediately announce on a live broadcast and say, "Dear ones, we need a producer." Then the application window opens for followers, and when a large number of applicants arrive, our hero is shocked to find a 30-year-old and a 40-year-old, ordinary people who want to join us. Both Shimura and Kaneko interview each other on the live broadcast asking, "How do we know who has mastered the art of montage?" Disgraceful comments are pasted on the broadcast screen. Cursing, insults, and slander. He tells them, "I know some solutions about editing, I know about montage." Our hero replies, "That young man, I know him. He never misses a video of ours. He's really old." The two ask each other, should we accept it or should we reject it? In the end, they decide to accept him and they go to class to wait for him. They grab their phones and wait, look at his profile, and are shocked. His file is very primitive. Kaneko says to our hero, "Should we delete him? Block him, master? He can't reach us." Our hero replies, "No, man, let's just meet him once." "Is it necessary for us to meet him, Shamar?" "I don't know, but he's supposed to come to us." Suddenly, we return to the past, not knowing what reminded him of it when Ken was bullying him. Shimura asks, "Why are you hitting me?" He answers, "Because I don't like your face. There is no reason." "No reason, boy," Ken says. "You're a retarded child." At that moment, he wakes up from his painful memories. A girl says she didn't enter the class. "I am the one who will join you. I'm the new producer. My name is Yashi. Shall we start or not?" The whole class is shocked, and our hero continues his memories. He says, "I could not look anyone in the face. I was ashamed of my failure." The scene of Kane's bullying becomes summarized in our hero's memory, and he thinks to himself, "I defeated him. I gave him a punch in the face. I failed him." Everyone in the class is shocked. Our hero's hands are stained with blood. Meanwhile, Kane's friends swear revenge on our hero. "Whoever dares to harm our brother, we will punish him." Kaneko says, "Whoever dares to come close to me or Shimura, I will punish him. He is my brother. Whoever dares, let him face me." Fear prevails in everyone. The threat plan succeeds, but we discover that the fear was from Augie, who was standing behind them, looking at them with a hostile look. "Whoever dares to approach me will be severely punished," our hero cries, and Augie tries to soothe his sadness. "Don't cry." Our hero catches himself and looks at the camera. Don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to the channel and share the video everywhere. We know that Ken does not come to school for fear of our hero. Shimura says, "I can't believe what you did." We continue watching the video and see Kaneko shocked. "Are you really going to produce our videos? By God." While she shows our hero some of her work, Kaneko is overwhelmed by her beauty. Her fingers, her hands, her clothes, everything except the video. Kaneko interrupts him and says, "I tell you, it is successful. Yes, it is successful. It is undoubtedly creative." Shimura tells him, "Be patient, man. Let's watch the video carefully." Our hero really likes the videos. "Hey, she, the most famous student in the first year, and all the students say that she is a bully." He says to them, "I am under your care. Why do you open your mouths like this? Why do you want some chocolate? You were the one talking to us. I felt like I was talking to my grandfather." Kaneko is going crazy laughing. "Are you a grandfather?" But she holds his finger, and Kaneko goes to another world. He imagines the same scene that Shimura imagined with Asami from the previous episode. If you haven't watched the episode, please watch it again. Kaneko returns from work and is very tired. He finds her waiting for him and preparing food for him, and he gives her some flowers. Where did he get these flowers from? Isn't it from the same store where Shimura bought the flowers in the previous episode? The dog expresses his distress and interrupts Kaneko's imagination. At the same time, our hero feels a state of embarrassment and tension. At that moment, she knew that she saw him fighting with Ken. Since then, his eyes never left his joy at her joining him. She tried to greet Shimura, but Kaneko, who was huge, was the one who greeted her first. They took a photo to announce to everyone that he was the new editor. When Asami saw the picture, she felt very sad. He has not communicated with her yet, even though he has returned to posting video clips on his channel. Suddenly, she saw a crowd of people surrounding her at a store and went in to see what was happening. "I heard people talking about someone who defeated everyone, so I thought it was him, but it turned out to be someone else. I felt scared when seeing him." Suddenly, someone approached him and said, "You're the one who hit my men." He looked at him with a horrified look, laughing. "You have 500 yen. We'll call him Seong, temporarily." Sungdun stands, ready to hit that man. At the same time, Shimura and Kaneko were talking. "We want to make a video, but we can't find a suitable person." Shimura said, "I heard that there is a very strong person who plays boxing." "No," answered Kaneko. In an enthusiastic atmosphere, a conversation took place between two friends about Taekwondo. Kaneko said, "It's not just boxing, my friend. It's Taekwondo. "What's this, man? Aren't they all sports?" Shimura replied in surprise. "No, my friend," Kaneko replied insistently. "It is an amazing and powerful sport. You don't know—" Suddenly, Yashi interrupted them, saying in a sharp tone, "Enough nonsense. Taekwondo is a terrifying sport. They even held a tournament to measure the strength of its blows." Then she continued her speech, referring to the results of the tournament. "Do you know what the force of the kicks was measured? It was amazing. The force of the Muay Thai kick reached 209 kilograms, while the force of the Kondo kick reached 1,324 grams. Imagine that. You are not talking about the weight of a feather, but rather of tremendous strength." Kaneko was silent for a moment, then added in a sarcastic tone, "Are you being honest about this?" Then Kaneko turned to Shimura and asked, "Are we qualified to fight people live?" Shimura grabbed Kanko and growled, "You want me to die, man?" Then it was revealed that the champion of the Koron region in that tournament was Gregor, and there was a man in an interview who expressed his fear of Taekwondo movements, saying, "Speed in this sport is a destructive force." At that moment, the scene returned, where the young man was receiving a strong blow in the stomach that knocked him to the ground. His opponent was not satisfied with that, but attacked him, showering him with a barrage of kicks, tearing apart his defenses. Shimura shouted, "What the hell?" Then he remembered the words of his teacher on YouTube, who compared him to a chicken, so he regained his composure and began to apply what he had learned. Meanwhile, the scene moved to a high school gang, whose leader was bragging, "I'll be rich and never work a day in my life." This leader was the most famous taekwondo player in the school, but one day he decided to stop practicing this sport. He turned to his friends and asked, "Don't you want to be as rich as me?" One of them answered skeptically, "How are we going to get rich when we are unemployed?" The leader responded confidently, "I'll show you how." Then he grabbed one of his friends and performed a Bruce Lee move that knocked him to the ground. Fear spread among the rest of the gang, who stood in awe of their leader's power. Then Shimura shouted a warning, "Let's stop, Kaneko! I'm fighting a ravenous beast!" Kaneko answered coldly, "This is the path to success. You have to be ruthlessly stronger." Everyone stared at Shimura, Kaneko, and Yashi, and Shimura stood in fear, while Kaneko was in absolute confidence, while repeating, "Whoever wants to succeed must listen carefully." Kaneko laughed mockingly at Shimar's warnings, then attacked him, trying to subdue him, but Yashi intervened, shouting, "Enough! I will discipline you both if you do not obey me." Shimura trembled in fear of Leo, knowing he didn't want to face him. Meanwhile, Leo was walking down the street, determined to achieve his dream of getting rich. Suddenly, 3 bullies blocked his way, and one of them asked him sarcastically, "Are you the Leo who upset my friends? You will pay dearly." No sooner had the bully finished speaking than Leo threw a lightning punch at his companion, knocking him to the ground. The bullies were shocked by Liu's speed, so Liu asked one of them, "Do you have 500 yen? I want to play." One of them smiled coldly and said, "Don't you know who I am? I know that you master the arts of taekwondo." But it's just children's dancing. He then attacked one of the bullies with a barrage of kicks and punches, forcing them to flee. Leo was on a rampage, unleashing his rage. Leo hit one of the bullies with a strong blow that knocked him to the ground. Then he shouted victoriously, "This is the true power of taekwondo." Panic spread among everyone, and they began to wonder how Shimar would confront this monster. Before Leo left, he turned to the bully on the ground and said, "Where's the 500 yen?" The bully pleaded, "I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Just leave me alone." The bully pleaded with Leo, "I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Just don't hurt me." Leo answered coldly, "Give me what you have." The bully handed Leo his money, saying, 50 yen is all I have." Leo clenched his fist tightly and pointed it at the bully, saying, "That's not enough. I want 50,000 yen. I want to play." Then he added threateningly, "I'll destroy you all. Don't you have 5 million yen so I can play comfortably?" The bully cried pleadingly, "Please, my arm is broken. Please have mercy on me." At that moment, Kaneko was watching the scene in amazement, repeating to himself, "This boy is a devil in human form. I have to film what is happening." Don sensed Kaneko's presence and ran away, while Kaneko went to Shimura to tell him what he had seen, saying, "Man, I saw what happened. We must be careful of this boy." Shimo responds, "We just need to be careful, very careful, and not make this dragon angry." Leo says, "Are you talking about me? Where did you come from, man? Who are you? Why did you photograph me?" Kaneko says to himself, "Oh my God, I'm with the devil. This kid is crazy." Then he smiled at him and said, "Master, your taekwondo is amazing." Shimo replies, "I applaud your skill. What are you doing here? I doubt I can even touch you, let alone hit you. I'm not a cartoon character. I'm real. I'm not in the anime world." Suddenly, Yashi appears out of nowhere. "Leo, what are you doing here?" She approaches them quietly, as if she is hiding. Kaneko asks her, "Why are you here?" Then Leo says, "You filmed me with your phone. Why?" They respond to him, "Don't worry, man. We will delete the clips. We will delete everything." "No, I want your YouTube channel. Aren't you the owner of the How to Fight channel?" Before Kaneko could finish his words, he gave him a strong punch to the stomach that sent him flying away. "Shimura-kun, I want your channel for 500 yen. Everyone is afraid of him, and LZ's character is clearly a sadist. This ends the video, and if you want to know what will happen, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive the video as soon as it is released. I hope you liked the video and see you in the next video. Hello.